The Northwest University, in partnership with the Strategic Dialogue Group and the Thabo Mbeki Foundation, will host former President Thabo Mbeki for the inaugural session of the National Dialogue discussions. SABC News reporter Thabang Morutloa is in Potchefstroom. Thabang, good morning. Paint the picture for us. We obviously have seen the National Dialogue being announced by President Cyril Ramaphosa, and in relation to the expectations of what's set to come through on that front, tell us how this links and what is going to be discussed.
Good morning to you and the viewer at home. Yes, like you have just said, this is a part of the bigger inauguration that was introduced by President Cyril Ramaphosa. Well, the theme of this one is really focused on imaging the Northwest Province. And to elaborate further on that, we are joined by a political analyst, Thabang, to explain to us the challenges that are faced in this province. Good morning to you and thank you for joining us at SABC News. We are here today. What can be expected from out of this discussion that will be held today?
Good morning and good morning to the viewers as well. I mean, one of the most important conversations that we're about to embark into as a country, as a nation, I mean, having been explained from the presidential office that the national dialogue, it is a much more bigger vision by the presidency to see that what is it that we can get out, or what is it that we can speak about as South Africans jointly, to say that what is it that, what is the face of the nation going forward? What are the challenges that we're facing, and how do we see the prospects of the near future? So I think that out of today we'll be unpacking those misconceptions with regards to the national dialogue in terms of what is it, what it stands for. I mean, judging from the response, or rather the open letter that the former president had written to the leader of the DA, for instance, during the course of the week, to say that there's some of the misconception around the national dialogue, what it stands for, what is it about. The former president was clarifying in terms of some of those things, to say that this is not a state-led, or rather a government-led initiative, but rather the presidency as the head of the state, or rather as the head of the nation, he'll be leading that particular engagement. So I think those are some of the things that this outreach will be hoping to clarify, to say that this is not a government initiative, this is not a political party initiative, but rather it is a national dialogue that seeks to clarify some of these things. And I think that is why it was very, very important for the former president to sort of like tell us about some of the initiatives and NGOs that are already involved in this particular engagement. So I think those are some of the things that will be unpacked today.
You mentioned that really it will look at the challenges. What do you think in this province could be the core issues or the challenges that might come out as a highlight from this one?
I mean, the province has one of the two municipalities that have been entrenched in various allegations of corruption, mismanagement, and we all know as a country, to say that Ditsobotla is one of the worst performing municipalities in the country, not even in the province. So I think those are some of the things that we need to talk about, to say that what is it going forward, to say that we can solve in this particular municipalities. What are the challenges within Ditsobotla? How is it that there can be interventions that can be made, both from a political party level, from an NGO level, from a citizen level, and from the state level? So that is why it is very, very important for this national dialogue to actually come through, and to say that all parties involved, how is it that all stakeholders can come together to actually ensure that they solve some of these issues. Unemployment rate also being at its highest, in this particular province. So those are some of the issues.
Yeah, clearly he had a lot to say, but because of time, we're going to have to leave it there. For now, it's back to you in studio.
Thabang Morutloa, thank you for that update. Of course, following the national dialogue discussions happening there in the Northwest Province. Thank you for that update.